is that they're discussing Urs's interest in competing in men's open bodybuilding eventually. And the reason for that is because he is so young, and he says he's already pretty much at the weight limit for his height. So he wants to grow. He wants to improve his physique. He wants to continue pushing himself and developing. First story that I've got for you guys today comes from Marcus Ruhl's channel. Now, this was an interview done in German between Marcus Ruhl and the classic physique golden boy right now, really, Urs Kalicinski. Now, Urs had a phenomenal showing at this year's Arnold Classic. He just won a pro show. He's qualified for the 2022 Mr. Olympia. He's doing exceedingly well in classic physique. Everybody loves him. He's a really good classic competitor. He's got great lines. He's got a great structure. He's actually on the higher end, according to him in this interview, of his weight limit for his height. And I believe he's 5'11" or just below 6 foot. But the interesting part about this interview, and it was done in German, and one of my subscribers gave me a rough translation, is that they're discussing Urs's interest in competing in men's open bodybuilding eventually. And the reason for that is because he is so young, and he says he's already pretty much at the weight limit for his height. So he wants to grow. He wants to improve his physique. He wants to continue pushing himself and developing and really trying to max out his frame. And he doesn't feel like he can do that in classic physique with the weight restrictions that there are. So I think it's an interesting discussion. Overall, I really like Urs's look for classic. I do think that there are some improvements he needs to make, some body parts he needs to bring up specifically. To me, I'm always drawn to his arms. I think his arms need to be brought up, but I do think there's areas that he could fill out more, and it makes it difficult for him if he is really already on that upper echelon of the weight limit for classic. So the question is, would you rather see Urs in men's open bodybuilding where he does have the opportunity and a little bit more wiggle room with the weight, well, a lot more wiggle room with the weight, to make some of these improvements that he needs to make that might otherwise be extremely hard to make if he's already at the weight limit for classic physique? Now, honestly, right now, I would like to see him stay in classic. But again, the question kind of becomes, how much can he really improve if he's already at the top end of that weight limit? Has he already done as much as he can do in classic? Which is a fair question. But overall, I think right now his look is really, really good for that division. I would like to see what he can do at the Olympia this year, what improvements maybe he can make before the Olympia, and, you know, the potential of him cracking the top 3 this year. Can he improve upon his placing last year? But it is an interesting question when it comes to classic physique, and it also brings up kind of the debate that a lot of people have been having is, should there even be a height/weight restriction in classic physique, or should we just let the guys weigh whatever they want to weigh, and if they don't fit the criteria, they don't fit the criteria, the judging criteria, and the weights can just be whatever, and they can max out their physiques however much they think they should, or however much the judges deem they should.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your fucking clout. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.